our minecart standard crafting, trap signs, undead players, weighted armor, XP storage, better fire, back grenades, custom crafters. Enderman support class is 3. That's an enigma.
Zip rails! Ha! That only has one word.
Oh no, we're unmuted. Hello.
Yes, we're live. I just didn't want to interrupt your tirade. Zip rails and sweethearts and shroomites and metallurgy.
And metallurgy.
All have one word. Zip rails is kind of 2 words,
That's
but it isn't. But I have other examples to prove you wrong with, so it's okay.
Yeah. But by the way, I found out you had started streaming when my YouTube, my own voice just started blaring in my own ears, and I'm like, this is the worst experience of my life.
It's the best way to find out, honestly.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes. Professionally dragging the chat interview.
What did you, what's on the side of the streaming soon box?
The side?
It's crossed out. Yeah, right above TV
it
says like
it says
transmorphic rifle.
It's transmogrifier. It's a reference to Calvin and Hobbes. Do you know Calvin and Hobbes?
Yes.
Are we in the stream voice, by the way? We are, good.
Someone moved us.
Okay.
The ghost of Christmas past, perhaps.
It was Alouette.
It was probably Sparks.
Yeah, probably Sparks. Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I know of them.
Okay, good.
They practically raised me.
Yeah, Calvin had a cardboard box which he turned into a duplicator by putting it on its side, and you could like walk inside and come out, and there were like loads and loads of Calvins. And then he discovered that if you put it like face down, it would turn into a transmogrifier, and you could go in under it and turn into any other animal. So he turns himself into a tiger. So I thought it'd be funny to use that box and just have it as a television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that's what
I didn't know.
Box is.
Like I was like 2 words. I didn't see the dash because it's like crayon from 20 years ago, so you can't really read it.
Yeah. I'm a bit scared, Special, about this module. I think there's going to be lots of numbers involved.
Too.
Good, Horsey. So, basically, what we want to do is we are aware that horses are kind of stupid in Minecraft in the sense that you can't really breed them because often breeding them actually has a very high chance of lowering their stat. So we want to be able to breed horses with a new algorithm where you can actually make breeding 2 good horses will give you a chance of getting a better horse. And we would also like horses to be trainable. So by riding them and feeding them and doing things with them, you'll be able to slowly increase their statistics. We also want to give them a new stat, which is Special. Where do you go? You just
Somewhere.
Not on the stage
I'm in
anymore.
the back.
Okay.
No, I haven't been in the back. I haven't been on stage yet.
We would also like. I would also like to give horses two new stats. One is just a statistic for how quickly it can be trained, and the second one is like a stamina, statistic. So the idea is, if your horse is rested, it will have a speed boost and be able to run faster until its stamina runs out. At which point it'll slow down to its normal speed. And the more that you ride with it, slowly that stamina score will increase, so you can ride with it for faster, for longer. For faster? No. You can ride with it faster for longer, which I think would be kind of nice. And I think we can probably do that by editing its MBT, actually, not even having to bother with like a speed effect, right?
Probably, yeah.
Which means that it will stack with speed paths properly.
Yeah. Actually, so I was concerned about that too. I'm never gonna be able to say this right. Alouette. But right before the stream, like I tried editing the attributes of a horse, and they are in a big list, and I expected them to just erase the rest of the attributes when you only edit one, but it didn't. It modified the compound that I specified without overriding the others. So I changed the max health to have a base of 40, and the other things stayed in its NBT. And then I changed its max speed to have a different base, without specifying a change to the health. So it was only changing, as if in any other list it would have replaced the whole list and had only the max speed. But the max health also stayed with the last base we modified, which is a bit interesting. And then from some minor, not heavily tested, but just like examining the how it stored in the NBT, it seems to be pretty regularly in the same order every time. So even though with 1.14 it's going to be a lot, like, I don't know about more reliable, but easier to get to the right entry in the list using their list selectors. I don't know if that's their word, list selectors. But until then, it should still be possible. Maybe a little janky, but possible.
Yeah. So horses have got a health stat, a knockback resistance stat, which I think is pretty normal. I don't think that's usually changed. Movement speed. An armor class, which again I think isn't really edited by horses normally. Armor toughness, again not really important. And jump height. So I think the only thing they have is health, speed, and jump strength as attributes.
Those are probably the three that we'd look at. Maybe.
Andante, I'm pretty sure it's not all you ate. That's like the past tense of a $3.99 buffet. Help yourself buffet.
As I said a second ago, Masode, it seems to be that they always stay in the same order. Like, I'm not entirely convinced because I haven't done as much testing as I'd like, but it seems like that just might be the case.
The other thing,
they're operating really weirdly.
The other thing is that I noticed that they have the ability to store all of the information about the saddle that they're wearing. So we could put, I think we had considered this before, we can put things on like a shamir on a saddle, which could either be used as something like, a modifier, kind of like the horse armor, where you can increase its speed or its health while it's wearing that saddle, or we can use that as like a training saddle, like if you had a training saddle shamir which upped its learning speed or something. Could be interesting. Its learning stat. Just a thought.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, my Discord died.
Oh, hi. Did you hear what I said?
I heard the last part about saddles, but that's about it.
Oh, does one of the staff want to build some stables back here, by the way? I think we need some stables for the scenery. The saddles. I was thinking we could have a shamir, which lets you put a saddle on a horse, which adjusts its learning speed, its training speed. Kind of like those weighted clothes from Dragon Ball Z. This horse is judging me. Looking down its nose at me. Hey, Special, what are you doing?
I'm currently fixing the FPS lag because end gateways are...
Oh, I thought we'd fixed that already. Sorry. We were a bit late starting the stream already.
Yeah, I took a backup of all the gateways because I know they were a pain to set up and I didn't want to lose them forever. But they're now stored successfully in unloaded chunks. And now it should just be black. We'll see. Oh, you made it all nice and green in here. How gorgeous.
You hadn't noticed
yet?
Left
my ender chest, though. I hadn't acknowledged it in my brain space.
Yes. We don't know what this module is called yet, so it's currently called GM4 Equestrian _. And I'm... Equestrian looks spelt wrong, even though I don't think...
It probably is.
No, I think it's spelled right.
I think I keyboard mashed at the end of it.
Yeah. Have you already updated the namespaces, or should we do that quickly?
I haven't touched the namespaces. All I did was upload it to the server. and then I tried to fix FPS stuff. 36 FPS. Not great, but not awful. Something about Void Worlds is very weird.
It's not GM4 underscore quest. It is GM4 underscore question, because that's the namespace. Okay, that one's done. The advancement won't work yet. Minecraft is fine. Oh wait, it's not GM4 equestrian. It's just equestrian. Equestrian. Something about that just looks weird to me.
It's probably not spelled right at all.
All right.
To the Google machine. Oh, no, that's right. Huh.
I think I've been staring at it too long.
It's like when you stare at a word for like more than 20 seconds and then suddenly it's a different language.
Yep. Yeah, every time I'm typing it now, I'm like, I must have typed it wrong. I have this horrible feeling I'm doing something wrong here. Should the...
It should be...
It's not GM4 question, is it?
Oh. No, it's not.
And the player score
isn't... It's not
isn't...
renamed to that yet.
Player name isn't either, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I said it's weird that it's one word.
Yeah, I think that's what's throwing me off.
We could name it something, because there is that other half of the underscore to fill in still.
Yeah, well that is
Equestrian
literally...
training?
Well, special, that is literally the name of the folder. It has no bearing on the interiors at all. I've just called it equestrian without the underscore.
Hush. Hush. Stop logicking me. Oh, these are pretty.
Does anyone have a good name for this module? Aha! This time I spelled it wrong.
To do like equestrian... No, improvements is bad.
Equestrian inverters.
We're not doing better horses. Isn't that typically what we do here, Misode? It'll just be keeping up the aesthetic of our server.
What's that?
Spending the first half an hour coming up with a name.
Yeah. Well, quite.
Yeah, we can change it later.
If you put a T on the end, it becomes equestraint. Oh no, it wouldn't. That would be traint instead of treant. Equestriant. Whatever. Okay, I think reloading should install the module now, which means it won't, but you know. It says it's installed, but main isn't running.
Oh, because have you renamed the full... Oh wait, I probably haven't refreshed my thing. Oh, no, you did.
Oh, here it is. Hooray! Hello. That was painless.
Hello, server. Hello, server. Hello, server. Hello, server. Oh, you removed its mouth.
I did. It was back-chatting me. It was telling me to go to hello, and I did not appreciate that. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do, and this can be on a very slow clock later, very slow clock, very slowly, as in later. We want to find horses that have spawned that haven't been given the information they need yet, and just do that, right? So we need a execute as at e type equals horse. Tag.
Remember when it used to be entity horse?
Yeah.
Boy, do I not miss that.
Yeah. So I always feel when I type it like I've done something wrong, like I've missed something, like it's too short though. Tag equals not, and I think we should just call it GM4 horse, right? Because we have GM4 minecart.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to call it that.
We need to do this for donkeys and mules as well, right? Because they're separate entities. Donkey, mule, yeah, they have different summon commands, so... Do we want to give... I guess we give them all... In which case GM4 horse might not be correct, because they're not all horses. The kind of horses? Equines? Equestrian?
Huh. What types are there?
It depends on whether we want to use this tag for anything else. I don't think we would, right? It's just for the training stats, and I'm guessing you want to be able to train mules and things too. Mules generally have a lower max speed, right?
I think so, yeah.
Are you in Atom, by the way? Can you see what I'm doing?
I am. Yeah. I am see what you're doing. That's correct. So... do we also want to include things like skeleton horses, zombie horses as well? Because if so, those are different entities now.
We probably should. We can't do group tags for entities, so we're just gonna have to check them all, right?
Yeah, we don't have group entities until 1.14.
Oh, are they adding that? That's cool.
Yep. Tags. Type groups? I'm gonna call them groups because tags is stupid.
Tags is overused.
Because everything's a tag.
Oh yeah. Okay, horse, mule, donkey, skeleton horse, zombie horse. And they're gonna run init horse. Is this going to be complicated, initializing horses? Should it be in a folder?
Probably not.
Because we have to...
I mean...
We have... Yeah, it's probably just one function, right?
Just registering it to the system, really.
Well, yeah, we need to give it anything it's missing, so we need to copy its original stats?
Yeah. It's currently the server, who I believe is one of the other two Sparkses, is telling us to check stream chat, which says Blue is doing stuff. So Blue says we should do this part last. But we do need to have them registered into our system first before we can actually do mechanics with them. That's the thing. He did a title command.
Yeah, I know, but I was already reading it by the time he did that, so, you know. I Doomful can't recognize our voices. I'm Sparks.
I'm Sparks.
Oh yeah. We're
Have you
Sparks.
not seen Discord?
We're coming to your town.
We is Sparks.
Oh hey, it's Duck. Okay, so Blue thinks that we should work on the other mechanics first. Well, do we want to work on training or do we want to work on breeding? First.
I feel like training is maybe the simplest, except for the math.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that, like, riding a horse is definitely a good way of building up training. We can use the distance ridden score, set it to 0 if a player is not on a horse, and then just allow it to increase naturally when they're on a horse, and then if their score goes over a certain number, it is greater than a certain number, then we add 1 to its training score, right? The horse's training score.
Probably. What is it? It's not aviate 1 centimeter. It's probably ride 1 cent. Horse 1 centimeter.
Blue, if we don't like define scoreboards and things in it right now, then we are going to wonder why it doesn't install properly later. Okay, well, scoreboard objectives and...
Oh, I just put a temporary one up on the side to see if how it worked.
Okay.
Which it's ridden currently it's what is it? Horse 1 centimeter.
Horse 1 centimeter.
Which seems to be going up awfully quick.
Well, we just set it to a very large number. It's the cap.
There we go. Silly horse. Oh, once you train it, then it seems to work just fine. So we gotta make sure they're trained first, because it had like jumped up really high when I was training it. Only the best horse. Wait, what color are you? Brown horse, so gold horse armor is the best.
What was it called? Oh, Minecraft dot... I can't believe it's Minecraft.custom : Minecraft.horse 1 centimeter.
I believe technically the 2 Minecrafts are not required, but there's no reason not to include them either.
Yeah.
So like, that's, I believe, in theory, so mods and stuff can add other scoreboard types, both under custom and in general, but no one does. Yeah.
This horse
something like that.
is not trained. if the horse wanders around without me controlling it, it does this too. So walking with a horse is definitely a good way to do this. Can anyone think of anything else for training? The more you ride, the more its stats improve, I believe. Yeah, okay. And we're going to give them an endurance statistic, a new endurance statistic, which means that when they are rested, they can ride faster until their endurance runs out, and their endurance will increase the more you ride it. So you can have like speed boosted horses when you first start riding them.
I wonder if there's a objective for feeding horses. There's
This
so many
module
objectives.
puts the sad in saddle.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jumping above blocks or above gaps, but that would be difficult to detect. Oh, like jump training. Can you detect how much you jump with a horse? And why can't I feed this horse?
He's full. The one that's not moving over there is no AI. We don't talk about him.
What, this one over here?
Yeah, he's a bit of a dud.
What? Why did you? Oh, I've been trying to. I've been trying to tame it.
That was the one I was looking at attributes for a while. I'm guessing he won't be able to have any children. He's a bit special.
You wanna? Oh, this guy doesn't have much health.
Yeah, you gotta give him a golden apple. That's the fastest way. At least I think it is. No.
Do they eat notch apples?
There you go. They do. Get on him now. He'll tame immediately. Open hand. Open hand.
I was trying to get the saddle on.
Now you're friends.
There we go. Okay.
I don't know if notch apples are different. I just grabbed one because it's shiny, and I like shiny. E.
I feel like notch apples are so expensive now that if you right-click on a horse with a notch apple, it should tame it and every other horse in a 50-block radius immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. My horse is so slow. No, Alouette. No horse.
I'm waiting for the punchline, Duck. A talking horse walks into a bar and approaches the manager. "Excuse me, good sir." The horse says, "Are you hiring?" The manager looks the horse up and down and says, Oh, right. Why? Sorry, pal. Why don't you try the circus? Horse Snickers. Why would the circus need a bartender?
My horse sucks. Oh my gosh. Can't jump. He's slower than like Sparks.
But with
Wow.
training, we can make him better. We have the technology. Okay.
Or we will have the technology.
So, riding the horse. So riding the horse, at some point, our riding distance stat needs to be high enough for the module to decide to do something, right?
Explode.
We can't tell when somebody isn't riding a horse, right? Except by seeing if there aren't any horses near them.
Someone just teleported off the stage by drinking themselves into oblivion. We're not going to talk about that.
So execute as at all players unless there's a horse entity within one block. Run scoreboard players set at S GM4 ride distance 0. Whoops. So I'm gonna get up on my high horse. I'm already on my horse. I've saved. I reload. Hopefully we're close enough to these horses not to lose our stat. We are not close enough to the horse to lose our stat. I need to increase that radius. I think this is this annoying thing.
The log just freaked out. What the heck?
The log?
Yeah. Couldn't read function tag Helios Shamir summon band. Okay, we're just gonna turn that off.
There's... Okay, the distance ridden thing is working. I think because horses are client side when they're being ridden, there shouldn't be anything where if the horse is too fast, you'll get too far away from it and your score will be reset, right?
I don't think so.
Because that happens on some entities where you're suddenly no longer actually close enough. So if I get off this horse, my score has not reset back to 0. What have I done? I think I need to do execute at a as at S as at what?
This is just your setting people who got off their horse.
That's what it should do.
So everyone is going to reset their score unless they're within a block of a horse. Yeah, that should do the thing.
It does mean that if you've almost trained up your horse and you get off, you lose it.
Oh. You know what I bet's happening? Because horses are client side, right? Horses are controlled client side.
Yeah.
That the server's position of the horse and the position of the player differ.
This is what I was
like they're not
talking
linked
about.
as closely as the player think it is. Yeah, so it's more than a...
This, I think my code is wrong because even if I move a tiny bit, it's resetting. Executing as
Unless
at
it just
A
doesn't know where the horse is.
at S, unless entity within. Do you see anything wrong with this?
That should work.
Yeah, that's quite a generous radius as well. Let's try 10.
Yeah.
Still resetting, even if I'm not moving. What on earth is going on in the chat? Rise of Equestria.
Oh gosh, hello. They're just having a rebellion. Pay no attention.
To reset unless they're near a horse. It should only reset if... Oh, it's because we're not we haven't tagged the bloody horses because Blue was like, you can do all the tagging stuff later, don't worry.
Oh.
Let's... Oh my god. Let's just add the init horse tag and just tag the horses in that function.
Yeah. Is this still running on a slow clock then? Oh, that's just the normal module pulse speed, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, but we should probably move it to a much
I didn't
slower
even
clock.
recognize it. Yeah, eventually.
Alright. Blue fire retreats. Yeah, Blue. This is why we do things in the order we do them. Because we always do them that way, and if we don't, we get lost and confused and scared and hurt. It's still resetting, though. Was there an error on the load?
Oh, yeah, there was. Add a knit horse. Line 1.
What's wrong? Oh, add.
Tag, add. Yep.
There we go. Right, now they should be horses, and this score shouldn't be going down. Yay! Did you get off the
Good thing we
horse?
made our horses horses. I got off my horse,
Okay.
yes. Because I have to start world peace. Where is it? Okay, we're good.
I'm riding around. My stat isn't going down. I feel like the server should always consider the horse and the player in the same spot because they're moved at the same time by the client, right? Right, if I get off the horse...
One would think so. If I were coding this game, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
But...
Ah.
I don't know if players have a riding tag. Well, let's find out.
It is a good question.
I believe there's like a root vehicle tag somewhere, but don't know if that actually helps at all. Oh, I've got an inventory.
Oh, there's so much data. Yeah, me too. Oh god, it's filled out the chat.
Oh yeah, there's a thing. There's something. I'm on a horse. I found its horse entity somewhere in here.
I have a tag to say whether I'm leashed or not.
If I scroll all the way up to the top, I see some stuff about golden horse armor and tags GM4 horse. But I don't know what tag that is because there's too much.
Can I get your data if I look at you and grab you?
I don't know. I'm trying root vehicle as Misode suggests. EEHICLE.
I can. Summon Minecraft player.
Oh.
Don't mind if I do.
We can get the whole entity. You can get the whole horse entity. Oh goodness. Yeah, that includes all of my recipes.
Your recipes?
The ones that I've unlocked.
Oh, right.
Right there. So, because I unlocked all the recipes, so that's all in there. Player data is
You have a Patreon
extensive.
tag. There's too much data here.
I've got my I have some weird. I've got some like stuff in my inventory. I've got like 3 books in my inventory, so that's probably taking up a bunch of stuff. Oh, and a player head. Cool player head.
Root vehicle is the tag.
Yeah. Bam. If you do that, it'll show up in chat.
Sorry?
I put it in MC chat.
I can't. I've got too many windows open.
My horse can make it over this.
Root vehicle
Fence.
ID horse. Okay, well that's a lot neater than checking a radius of entities nearby.
Yeah.
Route vehicle ID.
I wonder if it works differently with non-horses, though. Get me a donkey.
Yeah, it'll have a different ID. So I guess we need to check all of the... Because we can't... Oh, no, because we can check the tag. If if it has the GM4 horse tag, right? If the route vehicle has the horse tag.
Well, it's in the list.
It is in the list.
But if it's not the only thing in the list, can it work? I wonder.
Let's find out. Route vehicle.
What was that? Something in the grass just turned into like snow, but without. Yeah. Oh, that's Masoda the debug stick.
Is that
okay?
Is it tags or tag? It's tags, right, with capital T.
Yeah, but if the entity has any other tags from any other module, this might break. I don't know.
Yeah, the version's saying the tags would have to be an exact match.
This donkey is faster than my other horse. Maybe it is a donkey, not a type of horse.
Well, it doesn't work.
Get out of my swamp.
Did I type something wrong? Special?
I'm looking at it. It reloaded fine.
Oh, we want... It would be MBT equals not as well. But it wasn't... It's not doing it when we are riding it either. So I think my MBT is wrong.
So I just want to see root vehicle dot tags. Oh, doesn't exist. Cool. Tags might be in some other deeper compound.
Tag? Oh no.
The tags
entities
tag. Yeah.
Don't have. Do entities have a tag?
Not that tag, but I'm reading back. It's in this master entity thing, so it's in
Oh, I see it. Entity.
this. Yeah. Yeah, this time it found it. Okay, cool. That should be right. My horse is awful. It can't get over this 2-block gap. No.
Okay, this works. We could tech.
Awesome.
We could tech. Why does my horse keep randomly rearing and stop moving? Okay, we could technically every clock pulse copy our score and add it to the horses, so that if we get off, and if we add it to the horses, then that's just going to multiply over time. I guess you could just constantly set the player's riding score back to 0, whether they're on a horse or not, after adding it to the root entity. Although we can't target the root entity specifically, can we? We can have a guess by saying the closest horse or something.
Yeah. There's probably some like really complicated way to ensure that it's the horse we're riding, but I don't think we need it.
Yeah.
Like, we could probably do some weird looping stuff where we tag the horse until the root entity... Like, we tag one horse at a time until the root entity has that marking. But we don't need it, I don't think. We can just assume the closest horse, probably. If you're riding a horse, the closest horse to you. Maybe.
Right, we're going to execute as a player who is riding a horse at S run scoreboard. Scoreboard players operation sparks at S. GM4 ride distance equals at E type equals a tag equals GM4 horse, limit equals 1, distance equals order. How do you sort again? Sort.
Sort.
Equals nearest. GM4 right distance. Oh, other way around, I guess. I said... Or maybe not? Yeah, other way around.
Yeah, I got something up.
Any errors?
Error executing. I got something, but I don't know if it's on reload.
I know what it is.
I gotta find the top of it.
There was a / and
Error.
a double scoreboard. It's fine. There were lots of things. I fixed some of them at least.
Oh, okay. Oh, apparently it started to think that that was Jason, so it printed a really long error.
Oh, yes. Before anyone says it, although they probably already have, I just haven't seen it yet. It's plus equals, not equals, because we want it to be cumulative.
Yeah, equals
Cumulative.
too.
That appears to be right. It's adding my score to my horses periodically. That seems good. If you run around now, you should get your score on your horse. Or if I get off this horse, get on your horse, I start adding my score to it instead. That seems good. I don't appear to be applying this to the other horse at all. Like, I'm trying to walk through it and stuff, and it's not changed that I've seen. 5805. Ooh, I did manage to get it to go up a bit, but it kind of involved pushing into the horse.
Is this the right clocking standard? Ah.
Yes?
No, it's not.
What?
Our template's outdated, apparently.
Oh, no.
I was trying to figure out why all of our backend stuff broke.
Oh.
Like the join stuff. It's because this is currently the data pack on top, and it's got a outdated clock. If you want to close out of the file, I can do it while you keep looking at stuff. And then you reopen it.
Alright. I'm closing init and pulse check and all of that.
Okay. I kind of assumed that our template that was on this server was up to date. I apologize for that. This is in fact my fault.
I appreciate the effort for these jump styles, but the horses... Oh, this one can kind of go over it. Cool. Nice set building, though. I like it. Stably.
Why, they're stage crew. They're good at it.
This is the most stable I've felt in weeks. They're no longer... they're stable boys, not stagehands.
I'll rename their team. Give me a second. Let me finish the actual important thing first.
Okay, so once they have been walked for a long time, we want to up there. So what stats do we have? We have health, jump height, and Tiny Atoms is wondering what the goals of this module are. We want to be able to train horses by using them a lot, and also to improve their stamina, and also breed horses with a better breeding algorithm. Can we tell how many times you've jumped on a horse? Is that a stat? I feel like it isn't.
It's such a specific thing. You'd think there's gotta be one, but who knows?
Horse 1 centimeter. There's no other horse stat. We could check when horses have air under them, but then you could just like stand a horse on the edge and it would consider itself constantly jumping.
That's not great.
Doom and Pixel, I'm pretty sure that it will be absolutely fine if a different rider gets onto this horse, because the score is kept on the horse. Like my score is 0, special score is 0.
And the horse's score is 44,212.
There is a jump.
Okay.
There is a jump stat.
Try reloading and see if like reloading your Atom end, because that might have to be reopened. I don't know.
Hang on. So, oh damn it! Jumping on a horse does not increase your jump stat. Great. So you want me to reload my
Like your Atom stuff. Open up your like Atom and make sure that you're not getting sync issues.
Okay. Seems fine. So we can't tell when we are jumping on a horse. Leveling your poke horse sounds good. What?
Poke horse? Is that a Pokemon I don't know of?
Oh, poke horse instead of poke horse. You need a little.
Oh, is it actually supposed to be Poke horse?
I don't know. Now that you've said it, I guess so. You need a little French flick over the E to make it a pokey. Poke.
French flick.
How do we tell when it's jumping? I feel like running with it should increase its stamina and movement speed. Jumping with it should increase its jump height over time. And maybe getting damaged should increase its health over time, or possibly getting fed. Can you count how many horses you've fed?
You might be able to do that with advancement magic.
Oh, can you check horses jumped in advancements?
I don't know. To the Wikipedia page we go. Going on an adventure. To the thing. So there's bred animals and there's like consume item, and I don't know if those would perhaps trigger on fed horse.
I don't think you can trigger advancements as a horse, can you?
No, but if the player does it, you might be able to figure out.
So what if the player eats, the horse they're riding on absorbs some of their power?
Yeah, I stole my horse back, by the way.
How did you kick me off?
Teleported you
Oh.
with my foot. I kicked you off with my foot. Oh wow, I've 2.1 kilometers by horse in this world already. Statistics, I think, is always a pretty good, just like collection of all the stats.
Yeah. The only thing I'm seeing for horse is distance traveled on horse.
Yeah. Times horses killed me once. Wonder when that happened.
We can tell how often somebody breeds a horse, probably. With advancements. I feel like we've run into another one of Minecraft's famous walls. I'm pretty sure
The horse wall.
Yes. Pretty sure I'm a faster runner than my horse is.
Your horse is pretty fast, and my horse is like,
Oh yeah.
what was it? Deadbeat. Yeah. Did you just like think my horse was your horse for a minute? You horse napping me?
My horse is your horse, and your horse is my horse. Oh man, I'm annoyed about this. I feel like we are low on interface statistics for horses. We can just make walking with your horse up its everything. It would be nice if jumping with your horse increased its jump height over time. That would make sense. I guess horses have an on-ground tag, right? Other entities, right? So Misa says check upwards motion, or you could check for the on-ground tag. Would on-ground be... What would happen if the horse was in water? Would that count as on-ground? It would give upwards motion when it's bobbing, right? Or is that only visual?
Does the horse even have motion because it's client-controlled?
It'll have motion when the player isn't riding it, but you're right.
You just went through this with the Foxy boxes, didn't you?
Yes. Hi Cassie, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Okay. Let's...
Oh yeah, I made a cute little horse breeding thing.
Let's ignore this for a second. How do we up its movement speed? We need to take the movement speed out of the MBT into a scoreboard, right? With a scale factor, because movement speed is generally...
the double, with a lot of variables.
And then we just write a new value to it, right? So movement speed is 0.33333 D.
Oh, that's the dummy horse. Yeah, the dummy horse, I set that to that when testing to see how attributes handled getting modified, and I was like, let's pick a number, and I picked 1/3.
Okay. Can we look at like how many decimal places is a regular horse? The thing is, that's a value of 0.3, so I'm guessing that 1 is like super fast, isn't it? So we're gonna have to scale it.
The 0.3 is the one that has no AI that we haven't written yet.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the wiki has this info, right?
Yeah, the wiki should have the range, but your horse.
Yeah.
HETRIBUTS attributes. Oh wait, no, it'd be sub 2. It's 0.20031413993633934.
Round that to the
probably
2 decimal
after
places?
Probably at like about the 4th decimal place is where it stops mattering.
Okay.
But it's found by a random generator, so it gets all the decimals anyway.
Okay.
At least I assume that's what it means, because base is like the addition one.
All right. Well, so we pull that into a scoreboard.
Yeah, and on all 3 of these horses right now, the 3rd element in the attributes list is movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems to not be like a normal list. It seems to kind of be like this other information that the entity has that the server's just kindly putting in NBT for us, perhaps.
Like XP.
No, XP's actually stored in NBT. It's just stored dumbly. Like, they never... Like, points are not a concept. It's instead percentage to the way of the next level.
Um, this is the wrong command.
I don't even see it anymore. Let me rejoin the portal.
Oh, I'm typing in Minecraft. Sorry, to make sure I
Oh,
don't
that
type
would
something wrong.
explain why.
Yeah. So I'm storing the result on the score of the closest horse for the data get entity of the horse. What's the path? Entity is inside the entity tag.
This is when it's like if you're on the actual horse entity. If you're on the from the player, it's gonna
I'm doing it
go
from the horse.
down a rabbit hole. Oh, so okay, so that's that. It's just straight in there. The entity tag is apparently like just the whole NBT of whatever your root vehicle gets stuck in there.
Special. I'm executing off the horse, not the player.
Yeah. So attributes 2 is just off the horse. Off the player would be
Oh, so
root
just
vehicle entity tags.
okay, just straight attributes. Attributes.
Straight up attributes. Sub
and
2.
then 2 in brackets or dot 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Sub 2. I don't
I should
know
add
if
a
that's the
scale.
proper
I should add a scale.
terminology, but sub 2 is the way I've just always said it. Welcome to the stream. Oh boy.
How do you do it? How do you
Agnieszka Mulosi.
the scale, if I want to scale it down. Negative number?
Uh
How does that
no.
work?
What do you want to get it to an integer, so you're going to multiply by something in the thousands. Let's try it 1 million. The number, yeah.
Well, it's just giving me 0.
What's the command you're using?
This. Probably could have made that a bit neater, actually.
Store. That should work.
The thing is, the first time I ran it, I got 2, and then ever since then, I've gotten 0.
Oh, I know why.
What? Did I write to it?
Because no, I misinformed you on the path. Attributes is the whole tag. It's got to be attributes.base.
Lowercase b?
Oh. Capital. Sorry, I was giving you the I was giving you the whole compound, which is what I was looking at earlier.
But I'm still getting
which
0.
includes the name. You have to put your scale factor on it now.
I have.
So the two that you got earlier was the number of things inside of there.
Yep. But now I'm getting nothing. With the scale factor of 1 million. I also think I can improve this.
No, attributes sub 2 dot base.
Oh, special.
Because it's the second, it's the third. I typed it in chat there. Attributes sub 2 dot base.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the base value of the third.
There we go.
Attribute compound in the attributes list. That's a mouthful.
Okay, so we're going to go back to Atom. And we're going to say execute as at e tag equals horse scores gm4 ride distance equals, and then let's just say
1,000.
1,000. At s. Actually, we don't need to do at. Run.
No, we don't.
Function.
What are we trying to do this for? Just
every 1,000 centimeters, we will increase its movement speed. Okay, so we will grab that. So that puts it into the scoreboard. And then we add to it. Oh, we've already got at S sorted here.
Yep.
So we don't need to do as or at. Do we need to do as?
Probably not. Yeah, we're already at the entity.
Yeah. So then we scoreboard players add at S GM4 horse temp. What's going to make a difference here? Our current movement speed is 171903. That would double it, but let's just try adding 1,000. We can. It's obviously going to need balancing later. Add 1,000, and then we write that back, right? Special?
Yeah. Oh, good to know the welcome stuff is working again. Hi, JP12. No, almost said 2. 12. Yeah, so then...
So it's execute
or
store result entity.
Or result.
Double typing again. Entity at S.
Path is
Attributes 2.base.
And then the inverse of that number, which is how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's 6, isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You said to put a million, so okay.
Is that 1,000,000th? 1 minute. I always have to do this backwards. 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000th, 100,000th, millionth. That one. Right there.
Okay.
I hope. Blue will yell at me about my math later, but that's fine. What has happened over the past couple minutes? We struggled with NBT paths. I think is about all that's happened. We're trying to get some simple adding going. For entity.
We have a lot of people riding around on horses right now, which doesn't help in terms of tracking what one horse is doing. We should probably set the horse's score back to 0 as well, otherwise it's going to increase every tick once it's past that number. Alouette's horse appears to be moving quite quick now. I'm just watching Alouette because she's moving around a lot. Is it getting faster?
It's not storing back into it at all because we didn't.
You're just making it up.
No, we never finished that command before you reloaded.
Oh. Why do we need to reset that score?
That's what you said at the end after you.
No, we need to reset
so it doesn't
the
increase
walk
every tick.
distance. We need to the.
Oh well.
But it was. Oh, did we not finish the other the command on line 3?
No, we told it what to store into.
Right. Okay.
I got something wrong with it. Result, entity, selector, path. Oh, and type.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're good. Hopefully.
Every 1,000 meters, that number should change. Any errors on the console?
Nope. I've not even seen it. Anybody on the scoreboard yet? Unless 1,000 the long way.
I think.
Huh.
Yeah, we are checking ride distance of 1,000 or more.
I was about to do the same thing.
Okay, something is wrong with our execute command. GM4 horse scores. GM4 ride distance 1,000 or more. Equestrian. Level up. There's no errors in the console.
No, nothing. Besides people moving too quickly on horses.
I just realised I have the console up. I just had it on PS5 instead of this. Why then? So there's nothing. Run, function, equestrian. It would have told us if we were trying to call a function that didn't exist, right?
I don't think so. It wouldn't do that, no. See if that function shows up in chat, maybe?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dennis. I said in chat every horse with the GM4 horse tag, and it said horse, horse, donkey. I forgot the real names of the admins, and I'm like, yep, that's their names. Horse, horse, donkey. You guys can fight over who's the donkey.
Level up is listed as a function in game. So something is wrong with our execute check.
Our score?
Huh. Ride distance.
As every entity that's a GM4 horse, which they do exist, they're the two on stage. Scores equal.
Oh, you're right. Are we tagging every horse, or are we only tagging the ones on the stage?
Well, our two horses on stage are at other things. Other people's won't do it for probably better testing purposes now.
So maybe the ones on stage just haven't reached
I can run it
1,000.
from chat. I just run it from chat, fine.
So the ones on stage haven't reached 1,000, I guess. But I see mine at 9,000, 10,000.
Yeah. Not run. Is there a desync issue, maybe?
Oh, could be.
Oh no. I'll open it from FileZilla.
No, well, I closed and reloaded and it looks fine.
Hmm.
But me putting a say command into main has not caused the server to do anything. So I think there is a desync. I'm gonna have to completely restart.
Is our functions just not running anymore? Oh. You know what I bet's going on?
Did you change the clocking but not?
Well,
the
remember
reference to
we did
main?
change the clocking. I don't think we've told it to reinstall yet. 4 modules. Board. Layers reset E. Equestrian EQUESTRIAN. GM4 modules. Is main running now?
Doesn't look like it. My score isn't being transferred to my horse. Now something happened. Oh wait, the scoreboard changed. That's what's happened. That's what happened.
Okay. Equestrian didn't have its clock tick score initialized, so we must have missed something in there.
Why is level up running every cycle?
Blue, note to self, update the template pack.
None of these numbers are getting over 1,000.
Wait, everybody stop moving.
Yeah, it's probably running because people are moving, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it's moving. Okay, cool. That means everyone.
Thank you guys
has
for
a
listening to
horse.
us.
Yeah, thank you. That was
means
really
a
good.
lot.
Okay, cool. So they should be moving faster the longer you ride them, without a cap. So I guess everyone can just ride around for a bit and see. We probably should have set it to a larger. I can change that now, just so that the effect is more instantly obvious. It feels like it's getting faster, but it might be wishful thinking.
According to the scoreboard, it is. Yeah, someone's got a ridiculously fast horse.
It feels nice to be able to move this fast, gotta say. Oh yeah, they're definitely speeding up.
Yeah, you can see in the sidebar that's their stat.
Okay, so the theory works. It's going to be fun to test because it's going to be such a slow increase thing that we don't even notice.
We're gonna have to have a testing factor.
Oh yeah.
They're getting real speedy now.
I'm beginning to think this isn't just wishful thinking. I'm sort of tempted to wrap the stream up for today though. If that's okay. We're going for about an hour.
Yeah, they're going a little fast now.
Use time instead of distance. Why? What do you mean time? Just the older they are, the faster they run? Because they will increase quick. Oh, they will increase faster the faster they get.
That is true, but the value that you have to run is not going to be 10,000 or 1,000. It's going to be like many more.
There will also be a speed cap.
So the exponential function will be so spread out that the increase in speed that you get over time will not make that much of a difference.
I think eventually their legs should just snap.
Yeah,
you want to retire them, let's just
They're,
snap their legs. I think that walking backwards for a long time should slow them down. You know,
it's like a wind-up toy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. The initial base value should have an effect. The initial base value should affect its max speed. I think
So
he's trying
like
to
if it
say.
starts off as a really bad horse, there's only so much you can do.
We were talking about this earlier. Should all horses be able to be trained to the same level? Should the maximum of each horse be like a trait that it is born with, that is irrespective of its starting stats, or should weak horses only be able to be trained so much? Because that'll kind of affect
I
how
feel like
the
that's
breed,
kind of a
how important the breeding is. Blue, I've seen your
yeah. We didn't
algorithm in
understand your
admin.
algorithm, Blue.
Nobody likes your
It went
algorithm.
right over our head.
I mean, it's probably brilliant, but no one will ever know except you. I'm going to copy this here, including the bit where it says, I think I went insane, so you can have a look at it. This is what he said. By breeding, A can be increased, but A won't be a measure for how good the horse is at performing A. He very handily named are these two different variables, A and capital A?
Potentially, I have no idea.
He said A won't be a measure for how good the horse is at performing A. T is the training parameter, number from 1 to 2. T can be increased by training your horse. Then we do A times T. A times T is a measure of how good your horse is at performing A.
Okay, so A is speed.
So an untrained horse. Okay, let's read that with speed then. But is that both A's are speed? I think Blue is saying they are different. By breeding, speed can be increased, but speed won't be a measure of how good the horse is at performing speed? T can be increased by training your horse. Then we do speed times training time. Speed times training time is a measure of how good your horse is at performing speed. So is A your base speed then? Oh, he's saying okay. So A is like A is the base speed, and you can breed horses to improve the quality of the base speed of A. Yeah, okay. I realize he's explaining this as I work it out.
But training can also increase it, just not to the same level. Like not all horses are created equal.
He's saying that lowercase a can't change. That's its base stat. It's starting speed. And then capital A is its actual speed.
And T is just how much it's been trained.
Yeah. So you're doing the base speed times how good it is at being trained. Which means that
I will have you guys know, your horse is running around is just destroying our log files.
A times T, wouldn't that mean that a horse that is able to... Like, horses with better training number will both be able to get a higher final score and get there faster?
Yes. Although that faster bit is... If it's based on, like, because you start off a little bit faster and you go things faster, with a large enough of a distance, I don't think that time is going to ever really be a factor.
Okay. A times T is a measure of how good
like,
your horse is at performing
the
A.
time, if you travel, 30 miles an hour versus 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Or, wait, no, that's too big of a difference. Like, so if you're traveling 50 miles an hour versus 60 miles an hour, and you have to go 1,000,000 miles, it's still going to take a long time to get there. It's just faster at the 60 miles at the higher speed.
Yeah.
But over such a long distance, it might be like an hour or something.
So because Minecraft
20.
doesn't do decimals and we want a number between 1 and 2, we're going to have to
Scale up.
I would suggest using A when the horse is first born, when it's given its GM4 horse tag, giving it its own A parameter, but put that number somewhere between... Actually, I don't even know, but our T would be between 1,000 and 2,000, and we would multiply A by 10 too, and then just scale it down afterwards.
Yeah?
Why is it going backwards? Special. You seeing this?
Where did you go?
I'm here on the stage.
Hi. Yeah,
Watch.
hello.
It runs backwards.
Oh!
It's trying to slow down.
It's like that one Portal glitch. Where you just don't slow down backwards.
Water swimming speed is apparently unaffected. Oh, can you imagine taking your horse on swim training?
You gotta give it the little donuts on the arms. I don't know what they're called. The little inflatable wing things that you put over infants' arms.
Water wings.
Yeah, those. Add that to scuba gear. Horse don't dismount you in water anymore.
Blue, I'm reading your chat. I'm just not responding. Like
Yes, continuity mappings. Yes.
You can find a mapping. Okay, when I said I read it, I saw it. I didn't read it. You can always find a mapping that continuously maps an interval ij are from C to the. What? I've explained that I don't do maths to the same level as you before. I don't. Why are you pointing me to chat? I do not know.
Basically, he's just saying that if you scale up to an integer, it's effectively the same thing.
Oh.
Without losing too much information, I believe.
Why didn't he just say that?
Because that's how he communicates with me and Sheepy.
Okay.
You're too fast.
That was me going backwards, man. I can't continue forwards anymore.
Yeah, our log file just tripled today.
It's multiplying.
Transport is not gonna be a happy.
Whoa! I think I managed to somehow drive my horse backstage through the tiny gap at the back of the stage. Because suddenly it's gone over the edge now. There is only one GM4 horse.
Oh no. Well, no, they all initialize their horses, so.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm just gonna undo everybody's progress.
Okay, well, anyway, this system seems to work, and amazingly, it's not even that laggy. Like, we can have this on a pretty slow clock. Because it's such a slow-acting thing. It would be nice if we could think of a way of increasing jump height to in a cheap-to-detect way.
I've stopped all the horses in their tracks. Except for Alouette somehow. It's still moving. I'm surprised they can even move at all speed 0. Oh, apparently I'm moving now. Jump started.
Yeah, we could maybe check the horses on ground tag now and again. I don't know whether the horses are on ground when in water.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of silly if you can just
It might
AFK.
just be that we can't really detect jumping.
I guess if,
I don't know.
I guess if we're detecting if they're on the ground, we could also make sure that the space below them is air. I guess we could just do an air check and an on-ground check now and again so they're not in water. Obviously it'll be a bit more erratic because the check won't be constant for it being not on the ground, and I guess you could just AFK boost it by just getting like a slime launcher sitting on the horse and
Yeah, we don't want this AFKable, that's
no.
for sure. I wonder
I
if
do like the idea of horse daycares with just bouncing chambers though. Just for the amusing factor of it.
I wonder if it would be fine to just have the jump height slowly increase alongside the speed.
Yeah, I just feel
So
like there should
like,
be.
because I mean, as you get faster, your legs should get stronger and therefore better at jumping.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be nice if there were more than one way of increasing your stats.
Yeah. Feed it
Um,
steroids can be another one. The best golden carrots from across the world.
um,
Farmed only by GFD.
compressed golden carrots.
No, no GFD.
Jump height seems to increase logarithmically.
As in the attributes do?
Should it announce in chat whenever your horse levels up?
Maybe play a
Just
sound effect.
like a little
Or should it just be silent and it like
plus
just
one
happens
speed,
on its own?
plus one speed in the chat. I don't think any other module really announces things like that in chat though, so maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah. And like, if this were real life, that's not a thing that would happen. It would just get faster.
No, I guess you could play a little heart particle at the horse.
Oh, I think that feels like a good one. Good way. Subtle little indicator.
Make a totem of undying particle and a level up sound at the horse. Why a totem of undying particle? Because it flies in your face?
The particle's just the green and blue. No, green and yellow stuff that appears.
Okay.
Not the actual thing animation that shows.
Yeah. It's like a reverse end rod. It's an end rod particle, but green and drops a little faster. Anyway.
Yeah, it looks like this, bud.
Yeah.
It's basically experience the particle.
Yeah. That's some nice glass rendering you got there, Minecraft. I was I was talking to Prof Mobius about transparency rendering in games and how much trouble they have with Minecraft. Because most video games, you just design your levels in such a way that you never have two transparent objects next to each other, so you can never see any water outside a building. You never have you never have a window opposite the building that you're in, looking out the window from. But obviously with Minecraft, you can build anything you like, which means that transparency is really hard to calculate. And no one's found a good way of doing transparency. The only thing we can do is wait for processing power to go up.
Quantum computing will fix it. I mean, if you put 2 polarization filters, or 3 polarization filters, it's more light than 2 polarization filters. Try wrapping your mind around that one.
Oh, this stage is so pretty.
It is. I don't want to go back now. Sorry, Dragon. Oh, Dragon is still silently slaughtering that pig in the background.
Oh,
I meant
yeah.
to change that stream.
What, change it to a horse?
No, his head to back to non-Christmas Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Although, maybe the pig's been slaughtered enough, I don't know. We could change it to a horse.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we're just making lasagna, people, it's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna wrap the stream up, I think. I feel like we need to think about how we're going to do stats for these horses before we can really continue much. And I want to continue when Blue is here and I'm not. Or just when Blue's here, because he seems to have a lot of ideas about how he wants to do the numbers. But I don't know, we've got a working speed increase over time of horse use thing, so I'm happy with that. I think we can easily put a cap on it by just checking the score the MBT score you pull off the horse isn't too large.
Yeah, Blue, what? Because you can measure the state of... Yeah, we get it. Uh-huh, cool. Next. Quantum. We get it. You're a quantum physics nerd.
Alright, well, thank you for watching, everybody. If you have a good suggestion for the name of this module, let us know. Better horses is not allowed. Better equestrians will also be denied. Better names, that's what we're all about now. We're not too
what
bad.
we spend most of our time on.
We have quite a few though. We've got better armor stands, better fire. Are there any other betters? I feel like there are. Better slime
Better
blocks.
slime blocks.
Yeah. We have dropped out of that habit though. Best
We're
horse.
trying to.
Best horse, says Nuclear Nexus.
It took me a while to try to get around better dragon fight, but we'll see.
Yeah. If we call it best horse, then I think we should have an advancement, which is like I have got best horse.
All of your horses are belong to us. Alright, well.
Yep, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll
Probably wrapping it up.
continue next week, I guess. Maybe Blue will be around then.
Yeah, come on, Blue. Pass your exams already.
Alright, see you guys. Thanks for watching.
See ya.